Hi, my name is Shae. I'm a singer-songwriter, and this is my producer, Xander, and today we're going to be talking about track 4, which is Haunted House. We're going to be talking about the story behind it, the story behind recording, and some of the production side of it. It's so basically... Haunted House is basically about being really close with someone, but them like lying to you about a bunch of stuff, and then you feel like you're really close with them, but you're actually like really far from them in a sense, because it's like you don't actually know anything about them. So the lyric that says, "I feel the bitterness building a haunted house around my heart," that's kind of just like when someone lies to you or when something like that happens, you have to like, it feels like you kind of have to protect your heart from people because you don't want to get lied to again. So I feel like that's kind of the idea, and then it like, I don't know, kind of fleshes out the idea more throughout the song. This one's actually really fun. So I only had the lyrics for like the chorus and the first verse or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm sorry, I did not have anything else but this. And he's like, it's okay. And he like started just playing chords on the guitar. And then I wish that we were recording this because it was a really cool moment.
Such a sick moment.
But I just started singing the lyrics, and it just ended up being this like punk kind of song.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, and it made a song. How else do I?
Well, when we were approaching this song, this was one of the earlier songs. I think it was the first day of recording. Right at the end of the first day, so we were in dusk, setting the scene, and we're getting ready for the song. And Shae's like, "Hey, I only have like these lyrics, but I don't have any melodies. I have nothing. What should we do?" So I was like, "Oh, kind of, we were just trying to figure it out." So I decided to grab a guitar. We just started playing out chords. I landed on like 4. I just started playing them out, and Shae, she was riffing for like maybe 30 seconds, and then just out of nowhere, pretty much freestyles the entire first half of the song that you'll hear. Because I think it was almost every melody that she sang at that moment was actually in the final cut.
Yeah.
So. And it was great because we were literally just like jamming for probably like 10 minutes maybe, something like that. We were just jamming together, and then we kind of like stopped and we were like, oh, wow, okay, that's a song. So went back and kind of fleshed out the melodies, or fleshed out just the structure of the song, and that was another really fast moving song. By the next morning, I think it was like probably like 11:30 a.m. we had it finished.
It was cool because I thought that like the word haunted house was gonna be like a really prominent part, which is like, it's cool and it's in there, but the "just like you" part really ended up sticking out. And like when he was playing guitar and I was like, just like that, like cool part, we were like, oh, that's so cool. And so
that's where I think that's where the moment was when you like did that. She sang it like a couple of times, and I remember I like kind of stopped because I was like, I don't want to lose I want to quit while we're ahead. It was just so cool. Yeah, that was awesome.
And voice memos was our best friend throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, that's something you could probably drop that clip into every single one of these. We use the voice memo, and I think we still consistently use voice memos when we're writing new music. We'll just like set the phone over to the side, and we'll run through the idea, because
Xander's way better at remembering melodies than I am, but like
we're both bad.
I'm like the worst, because I'll come up with like a cool melody and be like, that was good. And then we'll go back to singing it again. I'm like, what was it again?
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I've like started just recording the voice memo pretty much as soon as we sit down. Like neither of us will have an instrument or an instrumental open. We'll just go and start recording, because sometimes she'll just riff something that's probably the best thing you've ever heard. And there's been a couple times where we just lost it. We didn't know what it was or like what it sounded like again. Yeah. So, lesson learned. It was such a sweet blessing to be able to do it, because I think, like I said before, it's just a huge creative endeavor, and to be involved in something that feels really purposeful, whether or not it goes anywhere doesn't really even matter anymore, because it just was like a great experience. So working together and posting up in her parents' bedroom for 5 or 6 days straight, 15-hour days, and I wasn't tired once. Like it was a really exciting experience for sure.
Once we actually got into the stew, I realized that like recording it and like the process of creating the songs and everything is like actually so fun, and that I really am enjoying it. The recording process was pretty cool, and I feel like we ripped off each other pretty well. So it was like,
it was a big tag team experience for sure, because it would be like Shae would have this like lyrical idea, and she'd have this melody, and then maybe I'd be like, oh, we could tweak this melody, and then she would sing it better than the thing that I had proposed, and then, so we'd like build off of each other until I think our best thoughts were not combating, rather complementing each other's best thoughts, and like kind of kept growing after that.
Yeah, totally. It was a really like fun experience. Like we just worked together really well. There wasn't any time where I was like, Xander. It was just like, it was super...
I hated the whole album. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, listen to my album. Please. Please. Please listen to my album.
Nobody wants to listen to it.
Please. It sounds pretty cool. Okay, so that is track 4. Make sure you go listen to I Love the Moon and stream it everywhere.